Here are solutions to test number 1 for ECE 211 Circuits 1. This homework set is looking at resistors in series and parallel, Kirchhoff's voltage law, Kirchhoff's current law. Now the first problem is, here's a resistor circuit. Find the total resistance between A and B, given that R is based on your birth date. So if you have R is 1414 ohms, I've got, well, the trick is to figure out which ones are in series, which are in parallel. Series means that all the current through one resistor goes through the other. Parallel means the voltages on both sides are the same. So these two are in parallel. If I combine R and 300, and here I'm going to be using MATLAB code to solve it. That's in parallel, it's 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 inverse. This is 247 ohms. So all this can get simplified down to 247. Now these two are in series. In series they add, so all the current through the first resistor also goes through the second resistor. That's series. In series they add, so all this together is 447. So that's 447. These two are in parallel, so it's 1 over 400 plus 1 over 447 gives you 211. So these combine to give you 211 ohms. 211 in series with 100 adds gives you 311. So there's the total resistance. And the MATLAB code adds series, or parallel, series, parallel, series. Problem 2 is voltage division. Find the voltage V1, V2 using voltage division. So here the trick, if I knew V1, I could find V2, but I don't know V1. I do know V0. This is 10 volts. So if I could find all this impedance together, all that resistance, I could do voltage division. So that is 1700 in parallel with R plus 2200. For me, this is 1414 ohms. So this gives you these two in parallel, or in series, 3614 ohms. In parallel with 1700 gives you 1156. So this impedance looking right is 1156. I can now use voltage division. It's R2 over R2 plus 600. All this together gives you R2. R2 over 600 plus R2, that percentage of V0 gives you V1. V1 is 6.58 volts. Once I have V1, I need to find V2. So that again is voltage division. 2200 over the total times V1 gives you V2, 4.00 volts. And kind of note, on tests you need to show your work. Another way to solve is to put this in a circuit lab and tell me solve. That doesn't really show that you know how to do voltage division. You got to show your work. You can't just put down the right answer. Problem 3, current division. Given R, in this case 1414 ohms, what is I0, I1, I2, I3? Well, to find I0, I'll combine these three in parallel. So all this together gives you 571 ohms. These are in series, they add, gives you 1171 ohms. The current then, I0, is 10 volts over the total impedance, 88.5 milliamps. So there's I0. I can find I1 then by using current division. It's 1 over the impedance that I'm measuring over the total admittance. So admittance 1 over admittance 2, 3, and 4. That percentage of I0 gives you I1 is 2.8 milliamps. Repeating for I2, 2.2 milliamps. Repeat for I3, 3.4 milliamps. And these should add up to 8.5 milliamps if you did it right. That's current division. Voltage nodes. Here, just write the equations. You don't have to solve. So this is 1414 ohms, which doesn't really matter if you just have to write the equations. It would matter if you had to solve. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes. I need to write 5 equations, 5 unknowns. Take the easy one. V0 is 10. That one's easy. At node 1, the current left, current down, current right equals 0. So V1 minus V0 over 30 plus V1 over 50 plus V1 minus V2 over 1414 equals 0. At node 2, currents have to add a 0. So at node 2, current left, down, right, up equals 0. Left is V2 minus V1 over 1414. Down, V2 over 60. Right, V2 minus V3 over 40. Up, minus 100 milliamps. At node 3, current left, current down, current up. These three have to add to 0. V3 minus V2 over 40 plus V3 over 70 plus V3 minus V4 over 20 equals 0. And the last node at V4, current left, current down, current right equals 0. Last equation. A couple ways to check your answers. At node 1, all the V1s are positive, everyone else is negative. At node 2, all the V2s are positive, everyone else is negative, and so on. The units match up. Volts over ohms is amps plus amps plus amps, 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 amps. If you ever did something like this, I know I got a mistake, because you have amps plus volts. Right there, you know you had a mistake. You can't do that. The units all have to match up. If you do it right, that's 5 equations, 5 unknowns. Supernodes. Kind of similar. What I'll do is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes plus one dependent source. I need 6 equations for 6 unknowns. One equation, Ix, is V0 minus V4 over 10. My voltage source, V4 minus V2 equals 10. I need 4 more equations. I can do node 0, current up, current down, current right equals 0. That's my third equation. Fourth equation, I can do V1, current left, current right, current down equals 0. Here the current down is minus 100 milliamps. Can't do V2 because I don't know this voltage or that current. Can't do V4, I don't know this current. Can't do V3. So current left, down, up equals 0. Current left is 5Ix. Current down is V3 over 70. Current up is V3 minus V4 over 20. I am short one equation. That's where I can do a supernode. What I've done so far is the resistors I've taken into account. At V0, I've got this one, this one, this one. At node V1, I have these accounted for. At node 3, I've got V4 minus V2 is 10. That 60 ohm has to appear somewhere in your equations. So I need a supernode that includes that. And here's one option. I chose this as my supernode. And other options are valid. If that's my supernode, then this current, V0 over 50, minus 100 milliamps, plus V2 over 60, plus V3 over 70 equals 0. And there's my last equation. 6 equations, 6 unknowns. Current loops. With current loops, I have 5 unknown loops. I need 5 equations for 5 unknowns. Use conservation of voltage to say that the total current voltage drop around a closed loop is 0. So starting from here, well, I know I3 is 100 milliamps. That's one equation. I can't do this loop because I don't know that voltage. I can do loop 1. So starting right here, I get 100 I1 plus 10 plus I1 minus I4 times R plus I1 minus I3 times 30. I'm back where I started, equals 0. Round loop I2, minus 10 plus 20 I3 plus 40 I2 minus I5 equals 0. This would be 20 I2. Around loop I3, I can't do loop I4. 50 I4 minus I3 plus I4 minus I1 times R plus 60 I4 minus I5 is 0. And loop I5. Now if you do that, notice that around loop I1, all the I1s are positive, everyone else is negative. Around loop I2, I2s are positive, everyone else is negative. I4, all the I4s are positive, everyone else is negative. 5 equations, 5 unknowns. That's current loops problem. Super loops. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops plus a dependent source. I need 6 equations for 6 unknowns. So starting out, I get Ix equals I1. That's one equation. I get I2 minus I5 is 5Ix. That's 2 equations. I4 minus I3 is 100 milliamps. That's 3 equations. I need 3 more. So going around loop I1, starting from here, 10 I1 plus 10 plus R I1 minus I4 plus 30 I1 minus I3, and back where I started, equals 0. I can't do loop I3 because I don't know this voltage. Can't do loop I4. Can't do loop I5 because I don't know this voltage. Can't do loop I2 because we have super loops. If I go around here, there's one super loop. And here's the second super loop. If I do loop I3, or super loop I1, it goes 50 I3 plus 30 I3 minus I1 plus R I4 minus I1 plus 60 I4 minus I5 is 0, back where I started. And one of the ways I figured out those super loops, if I take the previous equations, I've got Ix equals I1. I've got 5Ix is I2 minus I5. I did the loop equation, which takes into account these terms. My super loop has to avoid the current sources because I don't know the voltages. And I need to include these terms, ones I haven't highlighted. So around super loop I1, that takes care of the 50 ohm. These now appear. I need another loop that includes the 20 and 70. So here's one loop that does that. I could also do the big outer loop. That's super loops. And with that, that is test number 1 for ECE 211.